The wind howls like a lonely wolf, echoing through the empty landscape. It carries with it the whispers of forgotten tales and the cries of those long gone. The air is so cold it feels like it could cut right through you. Each breath is a visible puff of frost, a reminder of the chilling atmosphere that surrounds this place. Pidhirtsi Castle stands strong against the years, its stone walls whispering spooky stories of what happened long ago. The fog wraps around it like a shroud, adding to its mysterious aura. Centuries of history have become legend. Each page of the past tells a story of grandeur and decay, of moments frozen in time. Sadness hangs in the air here. The empty corridors and abandoned rooms speak of a time when the castle was alive with activity, now replaced by an eerie silence. Restless spirits wander the halls. Their presence is felt in the cold drafts and the faint sounds that echo through the corridors. Pidhirtsi Castle is a place where the line between our world and the world of ghosts is very thin. As twilight falls, the castle's ominous atmosphere becomes even more pronounced. The castle looks big and scary, and it hides a dark secret deep inside. Its shadowy interior is a labyrinth of hidden passages and forgotten rooms. Every stone remembers the terrible things that happened within its walls. The weathered stones are silent witnesses to the castle's dark history. Love, betrayal, madness, and murder have left their mark on this place. The walls have absorbed the emotions of those who lived and died here. The air feels heavy with the memory of these events. The dense mist that surrounds the castle seems to hold the weight of its tragic past. You can almost feel the temperature drop as if something you can't see is coming closer. The cold seems to seep into your bones, bringing with it a sense of foreboding. This is a place where the past refuses to die. The ancient artifacts covered in dust are relics of a bygone era that still hold a powerful presence. The castle is surrounded by thick dark forests, making it feel lost and forgotten by the world. The dense trees add to the sense of isolation and mystery. The only sounds are the rustling of leaves and the cawing of crows, making the silence even more eerie. Nature itself seems to be in mourning. As the sun goes down, shadows grow long and twisty. They creep across the castle courtyard, transforming the landscape into a scene from a Gothic novel. The castle starts to look dangerous. Its dark silhouette against the dusky sky is a stark reminder of its menacing presence. The windows are like empty eyes staring out into the night. They seem to watch your every move, adding to the feeling of being constantly observed. The wind makes a sound like someone crying as it blows through the old, broken arches. It's as if the castle itself is mourning its lost glory. Fear starts to creep in like a vine growing up your leg. The sense of dread is palpable, making every shadow seem like a lurking threat. Pidhirtsi Castle is about to reveal its secrets. The slowly opening doors invite you to uncover the mysteries that lie within its ancient walls. The spookiest story about Pidhirtsi Castle is the one about the White Lady. This tale has been passed down through generations, each retelling adding a layer of mystery and fear. The castle, with its dark history and eerie ambiance, is the perfect setting for such a haunting legend. People say she's the ghost of a young woman who is trapped inside the castle forever. Her spirit is said to wander the halls, her presence felt by those who dare to explore the castle's depths. The White Lady's story is one of love, betrayal, and eternal sorrow. Her sad cries echo through the hallways, a reminder of her awful fate. Visitors often report hearing these ghostly wails which send shivers down their spines. The sound is so haunting that it lingers in the minds of those who hear it, long after they have left the castle. The story goes that she was the wife of a powerful lord who was eaten alive by jealousy. This lord, known for his fierce temper and possessive nature, could not bear the thought of his wife being unfaithful. His jealousy consumed him, turning his love into a dangerous obsession. The lord, not thinking straight, thought his wife was cheating on him. His mind was clouded by suspicion and paranoia, leading him to believe that she had betrayed him. This unfounded belief drove him to commit an unthinkable act. He couldn't stand the thought of her loving someone else. The mere idea of her affection being directed towards another man was enough to drive him to madness. His emotions were a turbulent storm, a mix of love, anger, and despair, his heart filled with rage and sadness. The intensity of his feelings was overwhelming, pushing him to the brink of insanity. He was a man torn apart by his own emotions, unable to find peace or reason. He went crazy and decided to bury her alive inside the castle walls. In his twisted mind, this was the only way to ensure that she would never betray him. The act was as cruel as it was desperate. sealing her fate within the cold, unyielding stone. She was left to die in the dark. The darkness of the dungeon mirrored the darkness of her husband's heart. Her cries for help went unanswered, her pleas for mercy ignored. She was alone, abandoned to a slow and agonizing death. Her beauty faded away, and all that was left was the paleness of death. The vibrant woman she once was became a mere shadow, her life drained away by the cruelty of her fate. Her transformation into the White Lady was complete, her spirit forever marked by her tragic end. Her love turned into a burning anger. The love she once felt for her husband was replaced by a deep, unrelenting rage. This anger fueled her spirit, keeping her bound to the castle, unable to move on. Her spirit, unable to find peace, stayed trapped in the castle. The walls that had once been her prison in life became her prison in death. She roams the castle, a restless soul searching for the peace that eludes her. She became the White Lady, a ghost forever searching for a way out of her torment. Her story is a cautionary tale, a reminder of the destructive power of jealousy and the enduring pain of betrayal. People who visit the castle say they have seen her gliding through the halls. Her presence is unmistakable, a chilling figure that seems to float above the ground. The sight of her is enough to make even the bravest of visitors feel a sense of dread. Her white dress trails behind her, a scary sight in the darkness. The dress, once a symbol of purity and love, now serves as a haunting reminder of her tragic story. It moves silently, like a whisper in the night, adding to the eerie atmosphere of the castle. Some say they hear her crying, a spine-chilling sound that makes your hair stand on end. The cries are filled with sorrow and longing, a testament to the pain she endured. They echo through the halls, a ghostly lament that haunts the castle. The White Lady reminds us that even death can't stop the pain of betrayal. Her story is a powerful reminder of the consequences of jealousy and the enduring nature of love and sorrow. The White Lady's lament is a haunting echo of a love that was destroyed by suspicion and rage. Deep under the castle, hidden away in the cold earth, lies the dungeon. This place, shrouded in mystery and fear, has been the subject of countless tales and legends passed down through generations. It's a place of darkness and hopelessness. The walls seem to close in on you, and the flickering torchlight casts eerie shadows that dance and twist, making the dungeon feel alive with malevolent intent. The air is thick and smells like rotten things and sulfur. It's almost as if the very atmosphere is poisoned by the dark deeds that were once carried out here. This is where they say Siwurin Rzawuski, a former lord of the castle, practiced his dark magic. His lab, filled with ancient alchemical tools and mysterious artifacts, still holds the secrets of his forbidden experiments. Siwurin was obsessed with alchemy, trying to turn ordinary metals into gold. His relentless pursuit of this elusive goal consumed him, driving him to the brink of madness. He wanted to live forever and thought he could cheat death. He believed that through his alchemical practices he could unlock the secrets of immortality and transcend the limitations of the human body. His obsession led him down a dangerous path, messing with things humans shouldn't mess with. He delved into the darkest corners of alchemy, experimenting with volatile substances and forbidden rituals. The dungeon became his lab, filled with strange mixtures and bubbling pots. The walls were lined with shelves holding countless vials and jars, each containing a different, often dangerous concoction. People whispered that he experimented on people. The villagers spoke in hushed tones about the screams that echoed through the dungeon's stone walls, a testament to the horrors that took place within. They say he used the prisoners in the dungeon for his terrible experiments. These poor souls were subjected to unimaginable pain and suffering, all in the name of Siwurin's twisted quest for knowledge. Their screams echoed through the stone walls, proof of his cruelty. The dungeon became a place of torment, where the cries of the damned could be heard day and night. No one knows if he ever achieved his goals. The secrets of his experiments died with him, leaving behind only the haunting memories of his dark deeds. But you can still feel his presence in the dungeon's suffocating atmosphere. The very air seems to carry the weight of his unfulfilled ambitions and the suffering he caused. Even today, visitors feel uneasy down there. The dungeon's dark history casts a long shadow, and those who dare to enter often speak of an overwhelming sense of dread. The air feels heavy, like something evil is watching you. It's as if the dungeon itself is alive, aware of your presence and waiting for the right moment to reveal its dark secrets. Some people hear whispers in the dark, voices talking about ancient secrets and forbidden knowledge. These disembodied voices seem to come from nowhere and everywhere, filling the dungeon with an eerie, otherworldly presence. The Alchemist's dungeon reminds us of the darkness that can live inside the human soul. It stands as a chilling testament to the lengths some will go in their pursuit of power and immortality, and the terrible price that often comes with it. Pidhirtsi Castle has seen its fair share of love and loss. But few stories are as scary as the one about Wacław Rzewuski. Blinded by jealousy, he did something so horrible that it stained the castle walls with blood. We can still feel the impact of his crime today. Wacław thought his wife was cheating on him. His mind, twisted with suspicion, imagined all sorts of scenarios. He became obsessed with his jealousy, unable to think clearly. Jealousy grew in his heart like a weed, turning his love into a poisonous hatred. One terrible night, drunk and furious, he confronted his wife. His words were like daggers, cutting her deeply. He was so angry that he only saw betrayal in her eyes. He snapped, and in a fit of rage he killed her. The castle walls absorbed her screams, the blood, the despair. Wacław, overwhelmed with guilt and horror, took his own life. They say their spirits are trapped in the castle, forever bound by their tragic end. To this day, some people say they can hear the echoes of their final moments, a chilling reminder of how destructive jealousy can be. As night falls, the air gets thick with an eerie silence. You can almost hear whispers floating through the halls. They say these are the voices of the people who used to live here, their secrets carried on the wind. Some people say they hear their names being called, while others feel a cold breath on their necks. In the darkness, the past and present mix together, and it feels like time has stopped in the castle. Listen carefully, and you might just hear the whispers of Pidhirtsi Castle. Wow, history is heavy. Pidhirtsi Castle, with its walls that have stood for centuries, is full of stories. Every stone, every hallway whispers tales of the past. Think about all the people who have walked these halls, the choices they made, and the things that happened here. It's almost like the castle itself is breathing history. We're drawn to mysteries, and Pidhirtsi Castle has plenty of them. What secrets are hidden inside? What stories haven't been told yet? We can't resist the pull of the unknown, and we're drawn deeper into the castle's mysteries. Pidhirtsi Castle's history is full of sadness. From battles fought outside its walls to the personal tragedies of the people who lived here, the castle has seen a lot of sorrow. Every part of its story tells us about heartache and resilience, reminding us that these experiences shape history. And so, we come to the echoes that never fade inside Pidhirtsi Castle. The voices of the past linger in the air, reminding us of those who came before us. As we walk through these old halls, we're reminded that history is still alive. It speaks to us if we just take the time to listen.